Wait a minute.
Welcome back. WNST, Towson, Baltimore, and Baltimore Positive. We are positively Costas. It is my 25th anniversary. I'm trying to come up with 25 wild segments of my life. We started the radio station on August 3rd, 1998. Today is August 3rd, 2023, and we are at Costas. We're celebrating with the Maryland Lottery. They're celebrating their 50th anniversary. We're giving these away. Did we have any winners yet, Jen? Any $100 winners? We had some $100 winners over at Coco's. We're at Costas right now. We're going to be traveling on the Maryland Crab Cake Tour throughout the month. Next week, we are back in Greenmount Station in Hampstead. We're going to be at Pappas and Glen Burnie later on in the month. We're going to be back at Faithley's downtown. But I've already had a bowl of soup here. I've had some ribs. I've had some French fries. We've had great conversations and friends. I asked Mr. Statham back because he was just legendary earlier in the year at Drug City. My son brought his $89.99 Casio Tone CT5200. Probably better than the piano was at Holabird. Mr. Statham, of course, was my middle school choir teacher, and we had a chorus class. We sang Christmas songs. His wife was an amazing singer in the Statham Singers. He's toured the world. So if you want to hear the life story of Mr. Statham, I learned a lot about you. But I had to have you back because it's my anniversary, and you're one of my favorite people. And I invited my favorite people today, just so you know. John Allen was here, so I want you to know it's real. My love for you is real that you were invited today.
Well, I knew that.
You know I love you?
Yes.
All right, because I took you to My Fair Lady last year. Yeah. So this is Mike Ricigliano. Mike has been a part of every anniversary I've ever had, right?
Yes, right. I've supplied you with a champagne bottle, too.
Right. So I have a 10th anniversary champagne bottle. Ricig is an artist. He's my official cartoonist. Dennis is here. Dennis said to me, can I meet Ricig? What are you doing here? I didn't even invite you.
I came to gift you this stupid hat,
All right.
That's
so
it's the only reason.
Well, I know you love me. You know what it is? When you invite people to Costas and they come here, you think they love you. All they really want's a crab cake. That's really all they want.
Not at all.
So you guys have never met, and you don't know the story. So Mr. Statham took me under his wing in 1979, taught me how to sing. I want to go home, gonna take a sentimental journey. Yeah, gonna set my heart in. See, this is why I brought the extra mic.
Yes.
I want to go home. Sentimental journey home. Do you feel like Edith or Archie at the piano at the beginning of All in the Family with this? It just feels like we're going to start to sing,
Edith, Edith.
But Mr. State has been in my life forever, and he disappeared from my life even though I was trying to get breakfast with him when my mother was alive. He avoided me.
I did not avoid you.
I tried a lot. I called your son Patrick.
And he would tell me, and I said, well, you have to come and get me and take me.
Well, thank God for Lori and Jerry Piper.
Yes.
So Lori here, you know this, and I told this story to Den. I talked about you on the air this week, Ricig.
Oh.
I said when my girlfriend was pregnant with my son, and I was in 11th grade and working at the News American. We had Bob Nussgard. Missed Bob Nussgard by 10 minutes.
I'm sorry.
Nussgard was here for 2 hours. Yeah. So you were the one adult who was encouraging to me when I had a little bit of a scarlet letter, right? And, being from Dundalk and having being a young parent and all of that stuff. And so I mentioned you. You show up here. You've been in my life all this time.
Sure.
He's been in my life all this time, and you've never met.
No.
So that's what a 25th anniversary
is about.
Later
we're going out together. Later we're
Take
going
a sentimental journey is what you can do. So you every year have made something weird and wild. So you're the artist. You're the musician. I want to know what this represents.
And there's the one who didn't have sense enough to get me as a teacher.
Brian Poole did not have you. He signed up for music appreciation or something. Miss Rostek.
Lesser man for it.
Did you have Miss Rostek is what you had?
He goofed.
I think you probably had. So Lori and Jerry, when my son was of his formative age, and Ricig, you remember this, I was nationally syndicated in 1998, 99, and 2000. My son was 13, 14, 15 years old. I couldn't leave him at home, but I had this job in Chicago. And he made friends with this kid named Ryan at Perry Hall High School, middle school and high school. and had these parents, the Pipers, who lived around the corner in Perry Hall. And Lori liked my son so much that she said, he can move in with me when you're in Chicago.
Wow.
So Lori parented my son at various points during his journey, and that's why it turned out good. I mean, look at these people,
I was
right?
going to say exactly the same thing.
But you see, Lori is a special person.
I know she is. Tell everybody why.
She's just absolutely special because she is special. She doesn't need a reason why. If you meet her one time, you'll know she's special.
Correct.
Now, she did meet a special young man. I have to say that, too. He paid me to say that.
Jerry.
But no, they are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people.
So Jerry's younger brother, I went to high school with and middle school with. So Jerry's a Dundalk guy. So I meet these people in Perry Hall who are from Dundalk who babysit my kid. Okay. So a year ago, 2 years ago, on the on the tour we were doing for crab cakes, first crab cake tour, my host that was going to put us up down in Easton got COVID and couldn't have us on the tour. We didn't have a place to stay. Jerry and Lori had a boat in St. Michael's and put us up. We're out on a boat 3 o'clock in the morning listening to, I don't know, Bad Company or something, listening to some music.
Right.
And we start talking about Mr. Statham, and they're like, we know Calvin. I'm like, I got to get him to do the show. This is 2.5 years ago. I completely forgot that they knew Mr. Statham. Last year, a My Fair Lady ad came on during Ravens games. So it was December. My Fair Lady was playing at the Hippodrome. And I said, this is a good opportunity for me to call Mr. Statham because I was in My Fair Lady. He miscast me. You miscast me. You did.
Did you cast him as the girl?
He miscast me. Tell him what you cast me as. 1982.
He was the what was
Zoltan Karpathy.
Karpathy, yeah.
He cast me as a weirdo in My Fair
not a
Lady.
Weirdo.
You were not a
right
weirdo.
on the money.
You were not a weirdo.
It was a Hungarian linguistics expert.
Exactly. So that's not
right
a weirdo.
Right on the money.
I did not have a singing part. I want you to know this.
Wow. Well, there you go.
So,
But singing parts are not always the main part, you know. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not.
I wanted to sing. I wanted to be a star.
But you didn't say that.
I was born on Broadway. By the way, I was born at Church Home, corner of Broadway and Fayette. I was born on Broadway.
It's true. Where that is.
It's true. Church Home Hospital. So last year, I see the commercial. I see it again, and I said to Jen, it was cold. It was Christmas time. I said to Jen, I'm like, have you ever seen My Fair Lady? And Jen's like, no, I've never seen My Fair Lady. I said, I was in My Fair Lady. She's like, really? I said, with Mr. Statham. She's like, is that old codger music teacher you always talk about that I've never met? And I'm like, yeah, that's him, the old codger teacher that you've never met. And I couldn't believe they'd never met because I saw you in the IHOP with my mother.
Freeze. Did Jennifer say that or did you say that?
Well, I said that.
But, okay,
so
right.
I think you should give us a little. I have often walked.
So we're gonna get to this.
Okay,
We're gonna
all
get
right.
because that's a big part of this story.
Okay, got it.
So I said, well, let's call Mr. Statham, and I called Mr. Statham and I invited him. He said, well, you got to come get me. And I went out online. I said, does anybody remember Mr. Statham? And I put this on Facebook. And the Facebook page went nuts. Everybody loves him as much as I do. Everybody. And then I have a business partner here who is a partner in my station, Bruce Scher. His father was Nathan Scher, who owned the Blast and had a Lomas ruler, won the Prix. And he said to me, Calvin Statham taught in Pikesville for like a decade. He taught me and all my friends in Pikesville. I'm like, what? So I didn't know any of this. And then Lori reached to me and said, you just posted about Mr. Statham. I'll go get him. And I said, all right. Because he wouldn't even tell me where he lived. He didn't want me to come get him. He doesn't know where. So we went down to My Fair Lady on a cold night. We bought tickets. And my wife had never met Mr. Statham. And the minute he walked through the door, she said, you need that man in your life. So I invited him out. And we sang a little bit. And I said, we're going to invite him back out. On my 25th anniversary, you live around the corner from here. Mm-hmm. And you and I have never had a crab cake together.
I don't like crab cakes.
One, that's why we never had a crab cake together. So, I mean, it now explains things. So, on a day like today, I thought we'd bring the piano out, have Mr. Statham come out, sing a little bit.
Nice.
And he miscast me because I should have been Freddie.
Right.
And he cast Louis Vuitton. He did a nice job. He did an okay job. But I mean, we've been 41 and a half years. And
you don't seem bitter about it, so it seems like
I'm
you're
hiding
happy
it. I'm hiding it. I'm hiding my bitterness, through all of this. It's so good to see you and have you out with my friends, and it's good to have Ricig shock me and Dennis by showing up.
Yes.
Eddie Lauer's here now. He's going to come up and play the guitar.
Eddie.
Did you bring your guitar?
Eddie.
Did you bring your guitar? What good's a musician without a guitar? So I have music. You just missed John Allen, your bandmate from House. So I'm like Simon Cowell, putting bands together, putting friendships together. And Ricig, I want you to tell the story about your crazy artwork, and then I'm gonna let you leave. You have to leave.
Well, I have to leave, yes. But I wanted to, contribute to the 25th anniversary thing. I've known Nestor all those years. So, yes, this is just a light-up hat, kind of like our substitute fireworks for the day.
All right, I'm going to take this off.
So, yes, it's just it's a long-haired Nestor. It's the long-haired Nestor. Now push the little button here. I'll do it for you.
It's not going to show up in the thing because it doesn't. Here, turn it on. Here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
And it lights up and it spins.
Yes, there it is. So it's very festive for the
Mr.
occasion.
Statham, aren't you glad you're not one of these kind of artists? You do something.
Yes.
One wild ride. Oh, it's a real fan. That feels good on a summer day.
And also, I'm here. I was very privileged to do a lot of the art on
Bob
some of the
Ursay's
signs that Nestor's done over the years.
Look, Ursay's in it.
Ursay's in it. Angelos is in it.
Is Chad Steele in it?
No.
Okay, we didn't put him in it. Okay.
No.
There's a crab in it.
Crab. It's the Oriole.
There's a turtle in it.
Yeah, it's an Oriole. It's a raven.
Is that marijuana? Is that cannabis on my shirt?
No.
It's a palm tree.
It's a palm tree.
It looks like cannabis.
Yes.
That one looks like cannabis.
Well, then it is.
It
cannabis.
does.
Then it's cannabis. Okay.
Eddie's yelling it's legal now. It's okay. Mr. Statham, it's okay.
Okay.
Anyway, happy 25th, Nestor. It's just, happy to have been along for the
You
ride.
sure it's only 25?
It's longer than 25 for
It's been
Nestor
32
and
years.
I would
for
have
Nestor
thought.
and I.
I would have thought at least 50.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
When are you going on tour and leaving me alone? When are you put you back on the road?
Go on tour.
When I'm gone out for the last time.
Well, you're not going anywhere.
Okay.
You're going to be here playing my kid's $89 piano.
Okay.
No matter
All right.
what.
Okay.
Ricig, you got to get out of here. I
Yep.
love you, man.
Yeah,
Thanks
love you
for coming
too.
out.
All right. Great
I mean,
to meet Mr. Statham. He's a legend already in my mind.
I
so.
know you know about the mystical relic. There's
Yeah.
something. You're a mystical relic unto yourself at this point.
Yes, I am.
Like literally, Dennis Colazzo said to me the other day, "Can you get Ricig to sign this thing and do this piece of art?" And I said, he actually said to me, like, "How well do you know Ricig?" And I'm like, well enough that he drove over here on my anniversary and brought me gifts without me even realizing he was going to do it. And you stood me up at Coco's last week, so we got to get out for a beer.
You're right.
If you can come to my neighborhood, I can come to your neighborhood.
I will. We'll do it again
That's a heck
with
of a
you
likeness
and
of me.
Jen,
Isn't that handsome? That's handsome,
it
isn't it?
looks like you.
It does look like me. Looks like the guy you miscast in My Fair Lady in '82.
Right.
He's singing, "I have often walked down the street before,
That's right.
but the pavement never stayed beneath my feet before."
Launch into it, Mr.
All
Statham. Come on.
come on. All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live. You would do that
And
stretch.
all the towering feeling
Just to know somehow you were near me.
Whatever.
I also lose
The
it there.
towering feeling. Da, 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 da.
You don't know how to play it? Of course he knows how to play it. It's Mr. Statham.
Oh, yes.
Down the street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before.
Nice.
All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you
Man. So happy to be here for that magic.
How long has it been since I played that song?
Well, listen, this is the best part about this is we go down to My Fair Lady and we're sitting like the third row. They're almost spitting on us, right? We're there, and I put him on the inside, and it was just wonderful because I love him, so I'm with him. And the curtain opens, and the guy who's doing Freddie does, I have often walked, and he said that boy can sing. Is what he says to me, and I'm like. You never said that about me. I just wanted, I wanted that approval from you.
I can't win anyway.
You're already a winner. You're here with me.
No, you're here with me.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Exactly right. Yes.
Is that right, Jerry? Is that right,
Mr.
Lauren?
Statham, listen. Tell
Jennifer, is that right?
She didn't teach
Thank
her.
you.
Ask him how many years he taught children. This is a
59 years. 59.
59 years.
Terry, how many years you teach?
Oh my gosh, almost 50.
Almost 50 for my wife.
59 years this man taught
59.
children music.
59, and I've been married October the 3rd, 59 years.
Woo-hoo.
Man, he told me that story over Drug City last year.
Quite a profession, isn't it?
You know what's amazing is you walk in and I'm
I just like kids. Always did.
I'm 10 years old. I walk in, I meet this man. All these years later, still foundational and part of my life. But I didn't know your journey. You know what I mean? I didn't know the story of you being from Dundalk, and you had all these.
That was from Sparrows Point.
Well, that's Dundalk to me.
No, that's Sparrows Point.
Come on.
This says Dundalk right here. We haven't turned the corner. That's Edgemere. That ain't Sparrows Point.
I said Sparrows Point.
Come on. That guy's a Sparrows Point guy.
Sparrows Point.
Where's Patapsco begin? Is that like over where Pop's Tavern?
Sparrows Point is where, what is that place called that they have?
I'm not sure.
Trade Point Atlantic? You talking about?
No, what is that? Amazon, right. That's where Amazon is now.
Trade Point Atlantic, yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
they tore our community down, and it was the best community in the whole wide world. It was the best.
Tell me about it.
It's too much to tell. I can't tell it all, and I'm scared that I might forget something if I started talking about
Why
it.
was it called Sparrow? Why is it called Sparrows
It
Point?
was called Sparrows Point, I guess, because it must have had sparrow birds riding around somewhere.
Right.
But all I know is I was born there. I was the last of 7 children, and all of my sisters and brothers were teachers of some sort.
Wow.
And I wanted to be a teacher, and then that's when I went to Holabird.
And never left, except to go to Pikesville for a minute.
I went to Pikesville from Holabird. Then I came back to Holabird from Pikesville.
And found me.
And I found you and so many others.
Well,
No,
we're
no,
lucky to
you were
find
already there when I left. What are you talking about?
You came in 79.
What
You
was-
just come back to Collibird. I didn't know that till I talked to you about it last year.
What was he like as a a child?
Who? This?
Oh,
Oh, yeah. I mean,
He was wonderful. He really was.
really?
Really. Fantastic.
I'm only listening. What's he doing? I'm not watching. I don't know what he's saying about me.
I was saying 2 thumbs up. You.
All right.
Yeah.
Give him that.
2 thumbs up. Look.
What?
Yeah,
I don't see anything.
Yeah. You didn't see that?
I should have gotten you on my show earlier. I can't believe I waited 25 years to put you
I
on my
don't
show.
either. I think it's
man.
terrible.
Totally. You should
I
have been
think
your co-host.
it's terrible, isn't it?
I think you should have been his co-host. It would have been lights
yeah.
out.
Oh, yeah.
I never would have made it 25 years with you doing this, playing the piano every day.
One more little piano one before I leave. Yes.
He can play anything.
I,
Is your vision still good enough to read sheet music?
Sometimes.
If I gave you sheet music right now, could you read it?
Doubt it.
Well, I'm not going to get. I brought a song for you to learn. So
What is the song?
I'm not going to tell you now because you can't read sheet music. If you can't read sheet music,
Yeah, you think I can, huh?
I have a song that I have had sheet music for 30 or 40 years that I know, that I have sung accompanied by people. It's a little loud on my thing, but that's cool. And it's a Quincy Jones song.
oh.
And I was almost in Los Angeles last Friday.
What's the name of
How
the
old are
song?
you? Are you 90 yet?
Oh, my God.
22.
Okay, so Quincy Jones turned 90 last week, and they honored him at the Hollywood Bowl. and they had all of these
I played
legends.
at the Hollywood Bowl, though.
Did you
Oh,
really?
yes, I did. Oh, yes.
Really?
Oh, really?
See, it's my bucket list to go to the Hollywood Bowl. So I had a flight to L.A. last week to go. I didn't go because I worked. I'm working on things. But I didn't, and they honored Quincy Jones, and it's a Quincy Jones song. And I had the sheet music, and I found it cleaning all my stuff out. And it's the only sheet music I found. And I'm like, why do I own this? Because I love the song.
What is the song?
I'm not going to tell you because you can't read sheet music.
How do you know what I can do?
You think you can
see
do
this-
it?
Let me see this.
Oh, all right.
Do it.
Ricig, I got to get you out of here. You're going to go?
I'm going.
I'll take a break, and then we'll come back, and we'll do that.
Okay,
All
but
right.
I might can play it right now without any sheet music.
Go before I go. It'd be my leaving music.
What's the
All right,
name
well, I
of
got
the
it right here. I just happen to have it. I just happen to find it. I just happen to have it. There you go.
Oh,
Do you know this one?
Nice. That's a
Can you
great
play
song.
this one?
I don't think I've ever heard it.
Okay, all right. We won some Grammys back in the day.
It was a good song.
But you were in your 50s then, so you probably weren't listening to music back then. Probably in your 40s, a long time ago. So one day we'll learn this. We'll do it the next time we get together. I wasn't going to spring it on you. That's why I asked Lori where you live, because I was going to drop it off, see if you could figure it out. But I figure a man of your age, maybe your eyes, I don't know if you could see or not. You look like you're reading pretty well right now.
Don't you worry about my eyes.
Right, yeah, I mean, just, I had a feeling he'd say that.
All right. How about tequila?
Look at him studying it.
How about tequila
Look
and
at
Honor
him
Pee Wee
studying it. You could do tequila
No, I was asking
for Pee Wee to honor Pee Wee.
Honor Pee Wee. Yeah.
C's having fun with this. All right, we'll step out and take a break.
All right.
Sig, I love you. Be good.
Love you too,
Terry,
man.
thanks for driving him over here. I'll meet you at Coco's. You guys can walk. All right. It's all
great.
brought to you by the Maryland Lottery Window Nation. Mr. Statham, King Calvin, as I call him, is here to enrapture me, intimidate me, because he was good at that. Give me the evil eye. Show everybody what the evil eye looks like. When I
don't
made you
know.
mad. Give me that look. Come on.
There is no student in the world that has ever seen me give an evil eye.
Show me what it looks like if you have one. I mean,
Tell him again.
This man would look at me when I was 12 years old, and if I didn't sing that G sharp the right way,
I just looked at you like that.
because you knew I could do better. You knew I could do better.
I just said,
You knew I was a hell of a talent
Then
right up until the time where you miscast
I
me.
might have walked behind
My
you and
Fair
say,
Lady in
I
83.
might have done this. Hey, Jerry, I might have done this to say, you sure did a good job.
He loves you now.
All right, I'm going to cut
loves
my
you.
hair during the break. I'm going to get Dennis Colatzos up here to be a part of this mess. Ricig's leaving.
I'm leaving.
Thanks for the hat, Ricig.
Happy 25th.
I still
That's
have
it.
the 10th anniversary one that you gave me.
Great.
Probably needs fresh batteries.
Right.
And I appreciate my son for sending his Casio.
Well,
to me.
I hope to see you at your 75th anniversary.
Oh,
You're not
man.
going anywhere. I'm keeping you over for another segment. You're too entertaining to leave. Besides, you move slow and I can't get you out of here. Mr. Statham is here. It's all brought to you by the Maryland Lottery, your friends at Window Nation. We're back for more right after this.